Hello everybody, welcome to the StrawbsDesign podcast episode 24. I am Anne or Anne, and I'm coming to you from Scarborough in Perth in Western Australia. Today is the 18th of October, it's a Thursday, and it's quite grey, drizzly and windy in Perth, so a bit of a change to yesterday when we almost had 30 degrees Celsius and a beautiful sunny day, but that's what the spring is like here. I started to record this episode really just, it was a spur of a moment thing, so I don't really have any notes or anything like that, so we'll see how this goes. I've just been thinking about it for a while, and I feel like I just have to do it so that I can get on with it, because it's been a while since the last episode. Let's have a look. It's probably been a month or so. Yeah, I think pretty much a month. So I don't know where these days go, but but anyway, I've got quite a few FOs actually, I think, at least 3, and some whips, new ones that you haven't seen, and then some older ones that I've been working on. So we'll just get going and try and see if this can be a short episode. So the first finished object, you've seen these as a whip, and now they are finished, and I've been wearing them quite a bit. They've been through the washer a few times, and I absolutely love them. And they are, oh well, what did I do that for? They look better when I show them to you like this. They are my watermelon socks. So these ones I made out of the Regia cotton. I can't remember what the name was. It had so many names. Anyway, it's the Tutti Frutti, I think. Tutti Frutti cotton line. And this is the watermelon colour. And it's really nice. It's cotton. As I said, it's spring here. We're going towards summer. There's absolutely no need for wool socks, and no socks really at all. But we still do get the cooler days, and our house stays pretty cool. So it's nice to wear socks inside. And look what I'm wearing. I've got wool socks on now as well. Mum made these for me, and I love them. And these ones are absolutely beautiful. So how did I make them? I started from the cuff. I did 2 at a time. It's a fingering weight yarn, so I used a 2.25 millimeter circular needle. I did a rib. The cuff is a knit 3 purl 1 rib, and then just knitted. I'm not quite sure about the heel, what it's called. I think it's a short roll heel. And then just straight knitting, and then, yeah, you tell me what this is called in English. In Finnish it's called leveä nauhakavennus. But that's what I did there at the end. And yeah, that's it. Here you can see I've worn them like pretty much every single day. I've washed them I think twice now. And you can see a little bit of wear there, but not too much. And I knitted them really tightly. Like, I wanted to make sure that they are nice and just tight, not too loose, because the little ankle socks that I made a while back, I've shown them to you, They were the first socks I made after a long while. So they were way too loose, and they just roll around on my feet, and I don't like that. So I made sure that I paid attention to my tension and knit it pretty tight. And then I think I cast on 60 stitches on these and knit it tight, and these are really nice and snug on my feet. I won't be putting them on now because it would be just awkward and horrible, me trying to lift my legs up and do all that. But I'll take a little video and insert it here so you can see what they look like on my feet. I had, let me just have a look how much yarn I used. I had some left, so I might be able to make a pair for maybe Finn or maybe both boys. They've both been admiring that that yarn. Let's see. I found the socks. Oh no, these are made with 56 stitches, so I cast on 56. Okay, so they are 59 grams. They weigh 59 grams, about 250 meters of yarn in this. So definitely there is yarn for maybe 2 pairs of socks for a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. No doubt about that. So yes, I love these, and I have started to make more socks. Or I'm planning to do, and yeah, I have another sock FO as well. That's it. The other sock FO is my, I'm planning to put these in 2 cows. The pattern is Villapesusukat, so that's a Finnish podcast called Villapesuohjelma, and they have a knit-along going on till the end of October with these socks that have lots of different knitting patterns on them. And these are mine. I haven't sewn in the ends, but otherwise these are ready or finished. And I haven't soaked them or blocked them or done anything like that to them yet. Let's see. Oh, I need to do something with my rings because they just catch on to the ends of the yarn. So I was going to make these just one color, and this is again this Shahemaya Regia or Regia cotton sock yarn, and this is the denim collection, I think, of colors. So they had different denim colors. I can't remember which color this was. Maybe my Ravelry page will tell me. Oh, okay, colorway 2865 of Shahemaya Regia cotton denim. Yeah. So I was going to make the whole sock out of this, but then because they had brioche, and you could do this with brioche as well if you wanted to, I started thinking that, so I was making these 2 at a time from the same ball, inside and out, and then I was like, what am I going to do if I have to make the brioche? Like, would I have to then cut the yarn and get 2 more balls out so that I could make it at the same time? If you make one color, I don't know how you make one color brioche. So yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. And then I thought that, okay, I'll just do here in the leg portion, there's these lacy whole rows. So I thought that I will take a merino. It's not a sock yarn, it's 100% merino, that I dyed some time back. myself with some food coloring, and it was a white yarn, and I wanted to try and make really light like peachy, pinky, yellowy colors on it, and it is very, very light because you can't really even see it, especially not on the camera. Maybe I don't know if you can spot some pink and yellow on the yarn, but anyway, I thought that that would go nicely with the blue greeny denim color, so I used that. And because it's on the leg, it doesn't matter that it doesn't have any nylon on it or anything. And yeah, then there's seed stitch, broken seed stitch, I think, and then the 2-color brioche. Maybe you can tell the color changes here when I turn it around. So there's a little bit of pink and yellow there. But that's what I did, and I decided to go for the ribbing here instead of the brioche because I wanted to make sure that it's tight here, because I don't want it to be loose and then falling under my heel and all that kind of stuff, because this again I made sure that I knit pretty tightly and that it was like a hugging my foot and quite tight. Again, I'll make a video and put it on there so you can see these on my feet. And they are a little bit too long. I'm just comparing them now. So even though the girls had in the cowl, they had really good instructions on how to measure your foot to make sure that you start the heel increases from the right spot, but this is slightly too long. It will, I don't think it will bother me that much, that I can wear these, but it's not as good as the watermelon sock, and I'll show you how. That's the heel. So they're together, and it's that much longer. So slightly bigger, which is a bit of a bummer, but these were the first socks I did starting from the toe up. So yeah, I didn't know about these issues with sizing and stuff, so it's a good learning experience, and next time I will make them a little bit shorter. But yeah, these are a little bit slouchy, I think, on the leg part, which is nice. And I don't think I should really have sock blockers for these socks, because these they look a bit average when you hold them like these, but when you get them stretched, you can see all the lovely knitting patterns. And then this row here, I was very skeptical with this holy row when I was doing it. How can, oh yeah, there. But it turned out really nice, and you can see I made a mistake there, the broken seed stitch. I did a row of pearls there, although I didn't have to, but I noticed it too late, so I just left it there. It doesn't matter, doesn't really matter. But these are the socks that I still need to put into the thread in Ravelry for the Villapesusukat cowl. And I'm also submitting these to another cowl hosted by the lovely Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful podcast. So it's the Strictly 2018 cowl. So I've been knitting these a lot while I've been watching either the YouTube clips from the Strictly UK show or the Finnish version of it. it's very hard to knit while you're watching the dances because I love dancing and I love the show and I want to make sure that I watch every single split second of the dance. But at least with the Finnish show, I've been able to knit while I listen to them talk and do the points and everything. But yeah, these are my Strictly short socks. No glitter or anything like that for me, but I think they're pretty. And how much yarn did I use, I hear you say? I haven't weighed them. We'll have to maybe put it down here or tell you later. But anyway, I used the 2.25mm needles again. And I cast on 60 stitches for these. And they turned all right as well. It was only the length that was a bit of a problem, but that was because of, yeah, maybe slight measurement problems. But that was it. Another pair of lovely cotton socks. I've got plenty of cotton socks now to bless, don't I? Then we have talking about Villapesusukat. There was some sad news last week. There's 3 people who do the Villapesusukat podcast. There's 2 sisters and their mum. And they're all lovely, and I really enjoy watching it. It's a very popular podcast in Finland among knitters. And the mum suddenly had to go to the hospital for a surgery, and it's quite serious. And the sisters decided that they would like, or if the people who watch the show would like to somehow, help, lend a hand, that everybody could make a square for a blanket that they would then make for their mum. And yeah, she could use that in the hospital and yeah, have it as a memento afterwards as well. So the criteria was to make a 15 by 15 centimeters square. Knitted or crochet was also accepted. So I opted to crochet because this is one of my favorite blocks or squares from the Kalevala blanket that I made a while back. And this square is called Marjatta. And the idea behind this is that this is a swamp, I think, or something, a wetland area, and this is the swampy bit where you fall into, and then you've got forest around it with lingonberries growing. So that's a little bit pink, and I made these to represent the lingonberries as well. The mum's favorite color is reds and pinks, so I used my leftovers of lovely merinos in the red color family, and then these bits here, they represent the forest canopy. That's another lovely hand-dyed merino. And yeah, I had to make it slightly smaller to fit the required size. So I didn't put any other colors up there. But yeah, this is my Marjatta-square, which is going to be sent to Finland now shortly, hopefully tomorrow or today. And yeah, I can't wait to see the finished blanket. But yeah, I hope Eva-Lena all the best, and yeah, hopefully you'll get through it even better than you were. But that's one little finished object. I made it in a day, so it was a nice little project, and I really enjoyed crocheting again as well. So that was nice. Then last FO is a Christmas present, I think, and I made a beanie. There we go. This was, I think it took me like 3 days to make this. It's a free pattern from a Finnish company, like a yarn company, Novita. And it can be, let me just find it for you. I thought it was really pretty, that pattern there. It's made out of DK yarn. And I've been really bad. Like I said, this was a spur of the moment thing that I start podcasting. So I haven't even looked. I haven't even weighed this, so I don't know. So I'll try and put it in there again, how much it weighs. But yeah, DK yarn. I used 4mm needles. The beanie is called. Oh, it was in Finnish. I think it was called like really generic, like a knitted beanie in Seitsemän Veljestä. That's the brand of the yarn or name of the yarn. But I will try my best to put all the information in the information box below. I know I've been horrible at it because I haven't done it for a few times now. So I will try and get at least all those links for you if you're interested. But let's get this dirty hair out so I can show you what the beanie looks on. So it's a slouchy beanie, but it is so warm. I made a really long rib so you can fold it, so you got double layers there. And how can we show you? This is what it looks like. I guess you can wear it like that a little bit as well. I am now wondering if I should make a pom-pom or not. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like it would make it too heavy because it fits pretty well and it feels sturdy on your head, so I might do a pom-pom. I made this out of leftovers from the yarns that I used for the Kalevala blanket and for the birthday temperature blanket I made for my dad last year, I think. So it's the Bendigo Woolen Mills Luxury in slate, which is this. This is a lovely, lovely dark grey colour. Looks slightly, yeah, that's better. Looks a bit too blue in there. That's the colour. And then we've got the other colour, which is stone. So slate and stone. And as I've mentioned before, these come in 200 gram balls, and the DK is about 400 meters in the 200 gram balls. And what does it say? Yeah, these are machine washable, so it must be super washable. But yeah, it's fairly soft wool, so I think it's no merino, but it's quite soft. And I don't think this will itch. I don't think it will itch. So that's a beanie. Christmas present beanie. And as you might guess, this is going to be sent to Finland as well. I don't think anyone needs beanies like this in Western Australia. Way too hot. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. And it knitted up really quickly, which I loved. And now I'm really into beanies. And maybe trying to knit something with DK again. So I've got another plan for another beanie out of DK, which is from that Novita Knits page again, the pattern. And it's just a simple ribbed beanie, like no cuff that you turn or anything. It's just straight 1x1 rib, and then you got these little tiny white, like the tiniest pom-pom you can imagine, but it's not a pom-pom, it's knitted somehow. I haven't read the instructions yet, but it looks like it's snow that's fallen on your beanie. So that looks really nice, and I'm going to try and do that out of some scrap yarn as well. Sorry, I need to have some lunch and drink my lukewarm Earl Grey tea, which is not very nice, but that'll do. Okay, that was my FOs, and we'll go into the whips. So I've got this one now is the Shake It Up shawl, which was a mystery knit along by Neolisti, aka Anna Johanna. So if you don't want to see it, then close your eyes or look away. I will show mine now where I'm going. So this is where I'm at. It started from there with some lace and stripes and brioche, more stripes and lace and stripes. And now I'm here, I've started to decrease, and there will be more stripes and more brioche and stripes, I think, and then a border. So I think there was 14 clues, and I think I'm at clue 10 or 11. I can't remember now. But yeah, this has been a project that it hasn't been the best to take with you, because you know there's lace or something like that, or you have to keep looking at the instructions every now and then. So it's been left at home quite a bit now, and it's the rows are quite long now, and it's a big project to take. So it's much nicer to take the socks or a beanie or something like that when I go out. So it's been sitting on the like a project that I take and start doing when I'm sitting on the couch and I feel like doing this. But yeah, I like it. I wasn't sure. Like, I really loved it when I started the project, and I thought that these two colours, they blended in so well together and they looked so nice. And then the third colour came in. I was like, oh my god, I'm not sure if I like that. But it's growing on me. And at the end, there will be another, like a two-coloured brioche, where this green and this first colour will go together, and then there will be striping with these two. So I'm hoping that this will be actually really lovely once I finish it. It's going to be a huge show. I've seen lots of photos of the finished ones, so it's going to be a big triangular shawl. And they look really nice. I'm slightly disappointed that there wasn't more lace. I would have wanted a more lacy shawl. But that's okay. It still looks nice, and it was a mystery shawl, so I'm happy to have at least that much lace, you know, because yeah, they could have been possible that there was none. So that's pretty good. Another whip. This one's been on the back burner a little bit as well, because these are socks and heels. Because of the heels, I just didn't have the energy to start doing the turns and stuff. So yeah, they've been left a little bit. But now I'm pretty okay with them at the moment. So these are Riikka socks. The design is by Riikka, who's got her own Finnish podcast called Palasia Arjestamme, and this is her first own sock pattern. I had them on one circular needle, but the heels I had to do separately, just because I couldn't wrap my head around it. So yeah, it's a simple 1x1. Is it twisted rib? And then this lovely little lace panel goes down the outer side of your foot and leg. And then there's this really pretty heel flap with the yarn, not yarn overs, but see, this pattern is in Finnish as well, and I've been knitting it in Finnish, and I've been making socks in Finnish, so I can't think of the English names for this. But anyway, when you slip the stitch, you leave the yarn on the right side of the fabric. So I think it looks really nice. There we go. Yeah, so this is where I'm at. I need to pick the stitches from the sides of this heel flap, and then I'm good to go again. So this is a lovely little project to carry with you, and these shouldn't take too long. The yarn I'm using is from a lovely viewer who sent it to me, Neuloja 80. And this is Finnish. Is it Novita Venla sock yarn, and she's dyed it herself. So it's a lovely. Is it a semi-solid tonal red, but not completely solid, and I love this. This is really nice. I really like this this color. And yeah, these will be wool socks, so it doesn't really matter if I can't get them done now, because I'm not going to wear any wool socks during summer. But yeah, I will make them, and then I can I'll cast on new socks, I guess. And now everything is just tangled. That's my sock whip now. I've got 2 pairs of ready socks, and this is my sock whip. But look at it. This lace is so pretty. It is simple. It's not too holy. The actual pattern is so easy to memorize. It's super easy, and yeah, it's a great pattern. It's an awesome pattern. Yeah, so knitting them from the cuff down, with magic loop 2 at a time. So that's how I'm going. And one more whip. And this one I started yesterday, I think. So another beanie. This is probably going to be a Christmas present as well. I'll have to see who for. I've got somebody in mind. Knitting it in this merino, single ply merino. It's hand dyed by Dingo Dye Works here in Perth, and I think the color name was Mildred. Yeah, very not my color. I don't like browns. And I don't know why I've ever ordered something like this. But I used it for my blur shawl, and it looked pretty. So I don't know. I don't know why I would have bought a skein of brown yarn, but I did. And what I'm making, this is how far I am. So this is a beanie. A very simple beanie. It's a free pattern on Ravelry by Tin Can Knits. It's called Barley Light. So the idea is that you have this short rib here. I've made it in twisted rib, 1 by 1, and then it's just a stockinette stitch, and then at the front you have this panel that's purled, and well, every second row you purl, and then every second row around you knit. So you get this. That way you can see it. There. So a panel like that, and it's this wide. And I am making this in the largest adult size. So we'll see if this is big enough for a bigger headed adult. Let's try this on and see what it looks like. Yeah, it feels a bit loose on my head, so it might be okay. This looks awesome, doesn't it? But I'm very happy with how the yarn looks here. I think it's a nice colour. You can tell from my rib here that I had to use DPNs for the rib, and you can see the four spots where the DPNs were. So I used 5 DPNs to do that because I didn't have any circulars in that size. I think the pattern called for 2.5mm circulars for the rib. I didn't have 2.75mm. I didn't have them, so I used 3mm DPNs, and then 3.5 for the main beanie part. So yeah, this is a fingering weight yarn, and then 3.5 for this. I have to show you. I'm not sure if I showed you these stitch markers before. They're like jewelry. I got 2 of these. This is the prettiest one. Yeah, it's got this glittery stuff. It's like a crystal inside there, and they're actually sterling silver. We bought them from the Knit Fest in Jyväskylä last summer, or in July. It was a pack of 6, and Mum bought them, and then she let me choose some, and I took 2, this prettiest one, and then another one that didn't have as much of the crystal stuff in it. And the other stitch marker I'm using is an old gold earring that can be opened, and then a little old gold pendant that I don't use. I don't really use yellow gold jewelry, so it works well like this. So yeah, that is the beanie that I'm making, and I really enjoy making it. It's so easy and quick and little, and it fits. Sorry, my phone is making noises. It fits into a tiny little pouch like this still. So yeah, what an awesome carry-on project, hey? I do have a couple of plans. So if you would like to wait for a little bit, I'll go and grab some of the yarns and show you. Just 2 seconds. Oh my goodness, I had been sitting on my leg And yeah, I almost couldn't walk when I got up. Sorry, rustling. Okay, I'll show you these. Sorry. I'll do all the rustling really quickly now. I've been a bit nervous about bugs. In Finland I never had to be because it was cold enough in winter that everything died. Never had any problems with wool. But here in Perth, yep, I've had lots of holes in woolen garments over summer and that. So I'm now in the process of freezing all my shawls and all of that stuff and then packing them in really tight, tightly fitting plastic tubs for the summer. So hopefully that will do it. I mentioned the Snowflake beanie before. Let's see if I can get a photo there. And I'm thinking that I might use these leftover yarns for it. So this is what I used to make ages ago. The it's Isabel Kramer's, was it called Indigo or something like that? Cape plate. Let me just have a look again in Ravelry. I'll tell you in a sec. Where is it? Where are you? Sorry for being so unorganized. Here, Indigo Frost Cape. So that's what I made in these yarns. And I'm thinking about, so I've got two and a bit of these balls left. And this is how, what's the weight? There's a 50-gram ball, 150 meters. It's quite plump. It's 72% cotton and 28 wool. So this is ideal for our winters and even spring and autumn. So I might make it for myself. So even though this is not going to be like a snowfall type of thing, but I was thinking about making the beanie with this. And then I've got these colors here. That's like a more orangey, and that's a pinky and a blue. Hello, Flixie, did you wake up? Yes, good boy. So make the little snowflakey things out of these. So that's the plan. Okay, how do we do this without rustling anymore? There we go.
Sorry. I found you.
You want to draw?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a pen. Okay, you go and find some paper. Can you find paper? Go and get a coloring book. Okay. The other, what was my other plan for a beanie?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't have a pattern in mind yet, but I have an idea for some yarn that I have had in the stash for a long time. I bought this from Dingo Dye Works as well, at the same time as I bought the brown yarn for what I'm using for the beanie. And this, because I ordered it online, I had never seen her yarns in person, and this didn't go with the other ones that I was planning. It didn't. Mitä rakas? Yeah, you draw there. So the colour didn't go, and then I ordered another one. So this is Dingo Dye Works Fair Dinkum is the yarn base. Colour is pinky, and it's 100% ultrafine merino. 100 grams is 400 meters, so it's a finger and weight. It's a non-treated wool, and I had like a burgundy colour of the same base, and that hasn't turned out that well after wear. Yeah, it's started to fuzz up a lot. So I've been really careful about this, and I haven't wanted to use this for much because I'm afraid that it will just get looking horrible. But I think this might be really good for a beanie. So, and I was thinking about pairing this with this mohair. I think it might look quite nice. So what I have left is, it's not the nicest mohair. It's a generic brand from Spotlight, so it's the Moda Kid Mohair blend. So it's got 50% super kid mohair and 50% nylon. But with that nice soft merino, I think it might be good. Let's see what it might look like. I haven't even tested. Let's test now.
Focus. Hold on.
No, I think it looks nice. So I'm thinking about making a nice beanie, a simple, nice beanie, combining these two. What do you think? Yes. And then another plan. And if you have suggestions for that mohair, that blue and grey beanie, any pattern suggestions, I would be happy to have a look at them. Try and find a good pattern for that. Otherwise, I might just use something that I've like the brown one or something like that. But we'll see. And my last plan is for this tuku wool that I have in stash still. I've made one shawl out of these, but I think Mum sent me 500 grams, so I still have lots left. I got these 4 colors, and I'm thinking about making mittens as a Christmas present.
I got that too.
Have you? You got the tag on your shirt. Good work. Yeah, so I've been looking at these fun mittens on Ravelry. They are called How Cold Is It? And I don't know if many of you know this. I'll put a photo in there, but the question is, how cold is it? And they have a naughty word in them. But I've been thinking here that should I make them in white with that as the letters, or should I do it this way? Maybe I'm not sure. I would have this as well. But I'm thinking that white is the main color, if I've got enough. So I've got 50 grams and a leftover. I have to see how much they use.
There. We got numbers.
Otherwise, I do have, sorry, rustling again, 2 full skeins. So 100 grams plus these. So this is still quite a bit. So we'll have to see. No, it would have to be, this would have to be then the feature color then. Oh well, but yeah, that's my plan. I haven't started, I got very excited when I thought of it, but I haven't started it yet because I'm dreading the stranded and the color bit of it, because you have to concentrate and you can't just keep going. So we'll see. I'll probably do it anyway. But yeah, this is a paid for pattern, so I haven't bought it yet. I thought that I'll just buy it when I start it. About 200 meters you need. So yeah, well, I would have enough. This one has got 195 meters, so yeah, I would have enough white as well if I want to make white mitten. That's pretty good. 2.75mm needles I don't have, so I would have to get those. Okay, that was it for today, and I've been talking almost an hour already. But I'll leave it at that. I won't be doing any of my statistics or anything like that. I might leave it till next time. And yeah, I will have to go and give Felix some snacks because he is at the fridge and the fridge door is beeping because it's been open for too long. But yes, it was nice chatting to you again. And yeah, hopefully I will get on with the podcasting a little bit earlier and not in a month's time. Yeah, that's it. Wrap it up now. Yeah, I'll talk to you next time, and take care. Bye bye.